Aloha. Today I will be talking about leadership and the way that it affects our lives. I chose to interview Sergeant John Paul Denning of the Hawaii Army National Guard. The Army defines leadership as the ability to influence others by providing purpose, direction, and motivation. The Webster's Dictionary defines leadership as an office or position that is in charge of others or an organization. While the two definitions sound very, very, very different, they are actually the same when it comes to execution. Sergeant Denning explained to me that the quote that you see here actually encapsulates both of those definitions really well. The quote says, "People are not a burden to a job, they are the purpose." That provides both a person behind the leadership being provided and also the person that requires that leadership. Sergeant Denning says that this quote and his leaders affect both the way he goes home feeling refreshed or accomplished, and also on the civilian side what he should be looking for in a leader when he is doing his job, and also the type of leader he wants to be in the future for both sides of his life. There are times when leadership works and when leadership doesn't. Leadership works when there is a clear goal or a task that needs to be completed. It also works when a person or a soldier is feeling out of sorts and they require a bit more guidance. Sergeant Denning explained that at one point in his life he was feeling out of sorts and not in his best headspace. His leadership was able to guide him towards the help he required and also influenced him to become a better leader in that aspect. He told me that in order to be a good leader, you should be equipped to handle those types of situations. Now, he also told me there's a flip side to that when leadership does not work. Leadership does not work when you, number one, are not equipped to be a leader, or number two, there's already a leader in charge and the information you are giving or someone else is giving conflicts with the information that was given by someone who's already in charge. This causes confusion and frustration, and when you send people home after being stressed and not really feeling accomplished, they tend to have negative views on the type of leadership either you provided or the organization as a whole. This brings me to a type of leader and a, unfortunately, all too common occurrence. This is called toxic leadership. Now, toxic leadership can be defined a whole lot of different ways. The one I'm going to be focusing on is going to be a person who is in charge who does not care. Now, this could also mean a bunch of different things. Sergeant Denning tells me that his definition is a person that keeps their soldiers or their subordinates around longer than they absolutely need to be, even if all of their tasks are complete. He says that this causes stress for the soldier because they're not able to go home and wind down with their family. And it also causes stress for the leaders underneath, the primary leader, who have done everything they could to accomplish a task, but it feels like they didn't do it correctly because they are still in either the building or still at work, trying to figure something else out that needs to be completed. Toxic leadership can also look like someone who engages in favoritism and or nepotism. Now, if you plan on becoming a leader or look into a career where leadership qualities are required, I am suggesting that you avoid the traits of a toxic leadership and realize that the things you say and do for others will in that position affect the way that they live the rest of their life. Thank you for your time.